Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Just wanted to hear that guitar player vamp us in. Hope you're having a good day. It's the Friday edition. We're at the end of the week. Hopefully not at the end of our rope. Right? Make it through the week. Weekend coming upon us. Labor Day's coming up. A lot of people have a 3-day weekend and an opportunity to commit a pile of nutritional sin. I hope not. And lifestyle violations. We don't want to do that too much. Gets us in trouble. I don't need to tell you that. You know that already. But that's, friendly reminder. I'm reminding myself too, by the way. And I hope you have off to a good start for your day and a good start to the weekend that's coming up. Yeah, Monday is Labor Day, and that's, a lot of people will have off, and that's good. We like that. And we're here. If you're new to Let's Talk Nutrition, we're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and the show airs 9 to 11, and you catch it on your radio in your neck of the broadcast woods, wherever that may be. We're in about 36 different markets at the moment, and making our way back and forth across the U.S. and up and down, diagonally and whatever way we can. So the show does air at different times in different markets on different days. So, you'll have to check your local listings, but you can always catch the show live, 9 to 11 if you so desire, at letstalknutrition.com. You can listen to it there, and you can watch it there as well because we stream. That's a modern piece of technology that people like, and, we're just trying to dial into the technology. And we're on social media. We're on Facebook. Visit our Facebook page, and please like the page at Let's Talk Nutrition. Facebook, www.facebook.com/Let's Talk Nutrition, and LTN Radio on Twitter. So today, going to go after a couple of stories and studies. I reported on two of them previously, but I'm going to put them together today because they both relate to the same theme: cognition, dementia, brain health, whatever. And you're might be surprised that I would put the spotlight on these two studies because they failed. Now the question to ask is, well, what therapies were they trying to test to see if they could improve cognitive function and stop cognitive decline or prevent cognitive decline? What were those therapies? Stay tuned and I'll tell you. And then I'll comment on both of those studies and give you my take. I don't run away from studies that fail. And again, I'll provide a commentary to both of those studies. I'll take them both at the same time. You can always dial into the show, 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. I want to focus on those two studies because of the importance of our cognitive health, loss of cognitive function, and the development of dementia. It's been identified and commented on by many as among the biggest, some of the biggest concerns that older adults have to face. Some people would rather die than lose their cognitive function and become demented in some form or fashion with some, particular form of dementia, like Alzheimer's or whatever. Many people will tell you, I would rather be gone from the earth than live that way. And we're going to talk about it. Now, what can older individuals do to optimize their cognitive functions, and what should younger individuals do to help prevent loss of cognitive function as they move through the life cycle? And what's realistic and what's not? We're going to get into that. I think this is a very important topic. You have an aging population here of significant proportions, especially with baby boomers. And this is a big concern as the population around the world, and in particular in our country, continues. This global and national presence or prevalence of dementia is predicted by many to increase at some substantial level from an estimated 35.6 million, which it was in 2010, to 65.7 million people in 2030 and 115.4 million in 2050. In the United States in 1990, Alzheimer's ranked 25th with respect to disability and adjusted life years lost. In 2010, it was cut in half. It's ranked 12th. And the mild cognitive impairment, what they call MCI, is even larger. So this is a very important topic, and I want to address it today and talk about what's realistic and what's not relative to your cognitive health and cognitive function. This affects every person listening. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. And you might be surprised as to my point of view about this. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. If anybody is a regular listener of this show, you know that I report on these stories and studies that trend, and there's one theme that I have continually, I've been consistent, and that is, it's my belief, based on my own independent review of the literature, that a diet that's high in saturated fat is not a good idea, notwithstanding the current trend among some experts to say, don't worry about the fat. I do. And they say it's the carbohydrates, the refined processed carbs, for example, that you really have to, about which you really, really, really need to be concerned. I don't know why those are mutually exclusive and why experts adopt that point of view. Just because one may be worse than the other doesn't mean that the other should not be avoided. And there's a study that came out today or yesterday from the Imperial College London. And they showed in the study that high levels of saturated fat in the blood had the possibility of making an individual even more prone to inflammation and tissue damage than if that saturated fat level wasn't as high in the blood. In this new piece of research, they pointed out in the press release, indicated that the presence of saturated fats resulted in what are called monocytes. Monocytes are a type of white blood cell. White blood cells get called into action. They're correlated with inflammation, and they will migrate into the tissues of vital organs, and they will boost inflammation. Come back, I'll comment a little bit more about this study, and then I'll report on 2 therapies that failed to help improve cognitive function. And I wasn't shocked or surprised, and I don't even know why they did the studies in the first place. I'll explain.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. Here's a number you can call, 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number, and you may have a comment, question related to what we're talking about, and maybe not so much, and that's okay too. And Dominique Ostrander will be my guest, and I can bring her on here in a moment. And going to talk about two studies now. I reported on them earlier. They were last month, and they both dealt with the same topic. And they dealt with cognitive function or brain health, and this issue of elderly people developing dementia. And both therapies failed. Let me take the first one first. And they looked at physical activity and the effect of physical activity on cognitive functioning. And this was a 24-month physical activity program that the subjects were engaged in. And they wanted to evaluate whether that 24 months of physical activity would result in better cognitive function, lower the risk of mild cognitive impairment or dementia, or in fact do both, compared with a health education program. A Dr. Casey M. Sink, she was the lead investigator in the trial. She's from Wake Forest School of Medicine, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now, there's some epidemiological evidence that suggests that physical activity is associated with lower rates of cognitive decline. There is some empirical support for that. And exercise is associated with improved cerebral blood flow and your neuron being more connected, neuronal, what they call neuronal connectivity, and maintenance or improvement in brain volume. We know that physical activity can make those kinds of contributions. But they commented that the evidence from randomized trials has been limited and mixed according to background information that's found in the study. And the participants in this study were part of what's called the Lifestyle Interventions and Independence for Elders study. It's called the LIFE study. This was an older population. Take note, this is very important. The population was from 70 to 89 years of age. And these people in the study were randomly assigned to a structured, moderate intensity physical activity program that included walking, resistance training, and flexibility exercises, or they were put into a health education program. The participants were sedentary adults who were at risk for mobility disability, but able to walk a quarter of a mile. Notice I said the participants were sedentary adults. They were older. Then they took some measures of their cognitive function and incidence of mild cognitive impairment or dementia. And they took that over a period of 24 months. Here's what they found. I'm so shocked. The researchers found that the moderate intensity physical activity intervention did not result in better global or domain-specific cognition compared with the health education program. The cognitive function among the participants remained stable over 2 years for all the participants. The researcher commented, "We cannot rule out that both interventions were successful at maintaining cognitive function close quote, but they didn't certainly improve it. That's study number one. Study number two. In this study, they took a look at supplements to try and improve cognitive function. And specifically, they took a look at omega-3 fatty acids, astaxanthin, zeaxanthin, some vitamin A, some vitamin C, I think, and some vitamin E. But the primary focus was on omega-3 fatty acids, lutein, and zeaxanthin, and these other nutrient supplements. And they wanted to see what kind of effect it had on cognitive function. Now, this study was initially, it was a double-blind, it was a double-masked randomized trial, and it was the age-related eye disease study 2. It was called the AREDS. There's AREDS 1 and AREDS 2. This was an eye study. They were looking at age-related macular degeneration, and I guess somewhere along the line they decided to collect the data on cognitive function with these supplements. We come back, I'll tell you what they found. I don't know. I'll give you a comment after I give you the result of this study, and then we'll take a call out of St. Petersburg, Florida. David, he wants to know something about cortisol, and then we'll have Dominique Ostrander come on, and I'll get her take on these studies that I'm reporting on. I'm a little perplexed as to why they did these studies, and I don't know what they expected. And you'll see where my point of view about this really is. It becomes annoying after a while to watch studies that are set up to fail, in fact, fail.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Now Foods, our products work. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Commenting on a couple of studies that came out, both failed to improve cognitive function. I'll finish this omega-3 study in a second. Just wanted to say that 2 years ago, on this day at 5:02 a.m., is when I received the call that my mother passed away. So today is my mother's second year. This is the anniversary of her passing. And I remember that day clearly. I know many of you, if not every single person listening, has experienced the loss of someone close, and you know what that's like. And that people say, oh, it goes away, it goes away. Then, well, I don't know about that. But it's always important to remember, right? Especially the people that we cared about, and to celebrate their life and to recognize their passing. So I'm not necessarily dark about it, but it's a day I'm very reminded of that day. I remember the call quite well, and I remember that day. And if you remember, Stephen, I did the show that day. It was on a Wednesday.
Yes, I do.
You remember that day?
Mm-hmm.
And I finished the week out. Came in Thursday, came in Friday, did the shows, and went on the air. And I remember too, Stephen, that I shared with the listener, with the audience, that my mom had passed away that day. I've been very open about, I don't disclose a lot about my life, but I'm pretty open, and I shared that because I felt that was important, because I often would refer to her and reference her, and I still do. But yeah, so we deal with these things, right? It's part of this life. So I'm just remembering my mother today. All right, now this study on omega-3s, it failed. I should tell you that doing the study was an afterthought. The main purpose of the study was to look at omega-3s and macular degeneration in this AREDS study, which is called the Age-Related Eye Disease Study number 2. And the participants consented to an ancillary cognitive function study. And then they took some cognitive tests and so on. And lo and behold, they did not find a correlation between taking the omega-3s, lutein and zeaxanthin and some other nutritional supplements, and better cognitive performance. Really? Okay, here's my view on both of these studies. In terms of physical activity, I should tell you this, though. One of the researchers in the study, she commented, as Dr. Casey Sink, in giving her credit, she pointed out that and she was involved in the physical activity study, she said, while physical activity wasn't proven to be better than attending health education seminars in our study, both interventions were likely helping older adults maintain their cognitive function. Close quote. I give her credit for saying that. I just don't know why they thought that taking people 70 to 89 years of age, some of whom apparently were having some medical issues, putting them in a physical activity program for 24 months was somehow going to improve their cognitive function. I know that there's studies to show that physical activity contributes to cognitive functioning and can improve cognitive functioning, but in a population that old, that's unrealistic. This study was doomed to fail. And when I was getting my PhD and my master's degree and my professors were teaching me how to do research, I was always told, if you're going to formulate a hypothesis, you either have to have theoretical support or you have to have empirical support in the form of previous studies. If you don't have either one of those, the best you can do is formulate a research question, which is legitimate. and do the study. You can't hypothesize. You have nothing from which or a basis from which to hypothesize anything. I use the analogy of going over Niagara Falls. If you're approaching the falls, you perhaps could be rescued. You're not quite over the falls. They could send somebody out in a boat or something and gather you and pull you to safety. If you're halfway over the falls and you now have gone over the edge of the falls and you're halfway down, what makes anybody think that somehow anybody could do anything at that point? It's a little late. And when you're taking people from 70 to 89 years of age who have medical issues, who led a sedentary life, they were sedentary on top of it. Why would you expect sending them off to the gym to do those different exercises I pointed out to somehow turn the tide on dementia or mild cognitive impairment? You're dreaming. It's never going to happen. That's not to say that being physically active wouldn't be good at that age. And this researcher, Dr. Sink, even admitted it probably maybe helped maintain their cognitive function, but it didn't improve it. Well, maintaining is better than nothing, but to improve it is unrealistic. It's going to take more than going to the gym. I'm sorry. That's the truth. In terms of these omega-3 supplements that they gave to these people as an afterthought, the study was never designed to test that hypothesis in the first place. And they give them some omega-3s, and I don't know how much they gave them, and I don't know what product they gave them. I don't have that information. Most likely it wasn't enough, if I had to guess. And then expect omega-3s, lutein and zeaxanthin are wonderful for the eyes. I don't know what the hell they do for the brain. And then they didn't find any statistically significant relationship between those supplements and somehow, improving cognitive function. Are you serious? Come on. These studies really are annoying because they send the wrong message, they get misinterpreted, and the headlines just get people confused. How much DHA were they getting in that study? What was the overall EPA DHA concentration? How many grams were they giving them a day? Did they even give them 1 gram? I don't know. Those studies were designed to fail in the first place. They should have not even been conducted. They wasted their time. I could have told them that, and they know better. We'll come back. We'll talk. You can see that these kinds of studies, just because they do a lot of damage to perception of the consumer, and they get misreported, misrepresented, and then you have to go back and start over again and people stop taking their fish oil, they stop exercising because they heard a study had these bad results. These researchers should be more conscious and cognizant of what they're doing and what the consequences of these studies would be when they know that there's probably not going to succeed anyway. I'm just saying.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
As much as I hate the expression Happy Friday. What's that mean? People send me emails, Happy Friday. What's that mean? You happy Friday, Stephen? Is it a happy Friday? Josh, sure. Happy Friday? Okay.
You don't have to go to work tomorrow, maybe?
Is that a little too touchy-feely or what?
No.
No?
I'm a happy Friday wisher.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll wish happy Friday to Miss Ostrander, okay? We'll all wish her a happy Friday. Ready? Happy Friday.
we sounded like Happy Friday.
Dominique Ostrander is my guest. Happy Friday, Miss Ostrander.
Oh, wow, thank you for that. That was awesome.
Isn't that nice? We did that a cappella there, and then nice. Miss Ostrander is an educator for Jarrow Formulas. I wanted you on the line because I'm going to take a call from David in St. Petersburg, Florida. He has a question about cortisol, and I know you're a cortisol expert. Let's go. David, you're on.
Okay, my question is Magnolia extract. I heard cortisol, if you got too much, or as you get older, you have too much automatically, and it reduces your cognitive abilities.
That's true.
Is Magnolia extract better at reducing cortisol or Riola, which I heard has Magnolia in it, but it's not as strong?
Okay. All right. Cortisol. First of all, cortisol is typically a stress hormone associated with excess stress or just stress. It gets excreted during the fight or flight response. We know that people that are under excessive stress levels, chronic stress, suffer high cortisol levels. And cortisol promotes inflammation, and it's just not a good idea. So chronic long-term exposure to stress, that stress hormone, it can also disrupt the metabolism, causing elevated blood sugar levels, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, increased body fat levels due to an increased appetite, for example. Stress will stimulate cravings for the sweet foods, calorie-dense, salt, sugar, fat-laden foods, high carbohydrate type of processed foods and snacks. And then if you have, David, the combination of high cortisol with low DHEA levels and low growth hormone production, that will even cause the body to accumulate even more fat and lose muscle tone and tissue, and it slows down the metabolic rate of your body. So those are some of the consequences.
What do you think?
Now, these compounds that you're talking about, let me go to Dominique, and then I'll chime in. Dominique, welcome back. You heard what David asked. You have any observation or comment?
Well, I can't, Jarrow Formulas doesn't make a Mongolia extract, but we do obviously make tremendous brain supplements. So as far as having neuroprotective benefits against high levels of cortisol, the first thing that comes to mind is phosphatidylserine. I think you have to, if high levels of cortisol are a genuine health concern, then I would pull out.
Don't you have an anti-stress formula? I thought you did.
We have a few things that help with stress, but if we're just in particular mental stress, especially when it's chronic, we know it has such a negative impact on brain performance. And so even though, in all honesty, the mechanism in which PS works in this way is not entirely clear, it does provide protection from buffering cortisol levels.
I see. I can tell you this, David. There are some, and Jarrow Formulas has these supplements. There's some what we can call anti-stress supplements. For example, if you're under a lot of stress, I would consider taking a good B complex.
Absolutely, I agree wholeheartedly.
I would consider taking minerals such as calcium, magnesium, chromium, and zinc. Mm-hmm. I would consider taking antioxidants such as vitamin C, alpha-lipoic acid, grapeseed extract, coenzyme Q10. And then you have adaptogenic herbs. These adaptogens adapt, such as ginseng, astragalus, eleuthera, schizandra, holy basil, rhodiola, ashwagandha. They will help your body manage the effects of the stress and help try to get your metabolism in homeostasis or balance.
Well, how does Magnolia?
I don't know.
Mongolia, or whatever that is. Magnolia extract. Has that got anything going for lower cortisol? And there's another one called Riola. They say has Magnolia in it.
Well, there's rhodiola. I'm familiar.
Not rhodiola. Riola. RELORA.
Oh, Riola.
supposed to have Magnolia bark and some other bark, and it helps you lose weight because it reduces your cortisol.
Relora is a combination of extracts from the bark of two Asian trees, Magnolia officinalis, and then the other one I can't even pronounce. So Relora there is information on Relora as a supplement to do that. As I say, it's a combination of those two extracts taken from tree bark, as you pointed out. I must confess, I don't know much about that product, Relora. Do you, Dominique?
No, I don't.
I don't. Have you tried it, David?
Well, a long time ago, but I was eating, M&Ms, and I can't say whether it works when you're eating garbage.
No, you got to. The M&Ms don't help. That's another
5-pound bag of peanut M&Ms.
Oh my God, no! You don't want to do. As a matter of fact, with people under stress, one of a very good strategy is to keep your glucose and insulin levels in line. Because if they get out of control, that exacerbates the effect of the cortisol and the metabolism and everything else. So those are some of the supplement recommendations that came to my mind. Did I say anything that you really would disagree with, Dominique, in terms of those supplements?
No, not at all. Not at all. And high cortisol levels when you're stressed, even if you're a thin person, will raise your blood glucose levels.
Yeah, Magnolia. Yeah, you're right. Magnolia officinalis. I don't know much about that. There is some research on it. There are some studies on it, on cortisol, its effect on cortisol and psychological mood. This one study that I found, effect of Magnolia officinalis, and then there's another compound, which was Relora, which is a trademark product, on cortisol and psychological mood in moderately stressed subjects.
They used to sell Relora on TV, I think.
Yeah, I've seen that commercial.
For belly fat. That was their thing. It was like their little cartoon drawing for belly fat.
Yeah, that's considered a pharmaceutical, isn't it? Isn't Relora a drug? Huh?
No,
it's over the counter.
Okay. That's how much I know about Relora. You guys know more about it than I do. David, good call. You brought up the issue of stress, though, that we like that. I wish I knew more about Relora to tell you. I'll look and I'll see. Come back.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition and the end of the week Friday edition of the show. And both my producers are happy Friday guys. I guess you put that in your emails too, right?
Mostly just texts. I don't even bother with email anymore.
I know. That seems to be going by the wayside as everything's text. Do you say happy Friday to people in your emails and texts? Do you do that?
No.
You're 250 pounds. And if you say happy Friday, I'm going to be shocked.
No, I don't say happy Friday.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say happy Friday, and then I use a little emoji with a little celebration emoji.
Too touchy-feely, I'm telling you. No, I don't do that.
He owns cats, too.
I have two.
Okay. All right.
Doc's got cats.
I had. Well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tony and Mario. When I moved, my neighbors acquired them.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to say they passed. I was like,
no, they didn't want to move.
Yeah, because you talk about Tony
and Mario. They didn't want to move.
How they get their fish oil.
Yeah, I used to give them fish oil every day with their food, and I considered moving them, and after a long and painful deliberation, I decided to leave them where they were, and the neighbors have them, and they're happy there. They were born there, they grew up there, they lived there for years, and taking them out of that environment would have been unkind to them. They were partially feral, so they weren't completely domesticated. I could pick them up, I could talk to them, I could feed them and bring them in, pet them. You try to go near them, take your arm off.
Cats are sociopaths.
No, they're not. I love those two guys.
They don't care about humans.
I love those two cats. They were great. And I love having Dominique Ostrander on. She has cats all over the house, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I have like 10. No, I'm very allergic.
I know you are. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. No.
So I went and I looked up Relora.
Mm-hmm.
It's made, and the reason why I said, is it a pharmaceutical? See, I don't know everything, right? Nor do I claim to. It's made, I don't know if you know this or not, but it's made by a company called Next Pharmaceuticals. That's the name of the company. So it's a supplement, and it was initially designed, and I think it was even on Dr. Oz, for weight loss, anxiety, stress, and insomnia. Oh, my God. Does it remove warts, and what is it good for?
Well, interestingly enough, though, lowering cortisol levels has that effect. You sleep better, you lose weight, you drop your blood sugar, you lose some belly fat. I mean, it is a consequence of lowering cortisol.
Right. I guess it's okay. I don't know much about that product. I don't know if it works, doesn't work. So I'm just saying. But it's made by a company called Next Pharmaceuticals. That's what threw me off. So anyhow, you heard me report on those two studies that failed. Physical activity and taking omega-3 fatty acids along with lutein and zeaxanthin didn't improve cognitive functioning. Mm-hmm. Both studies failed. You heard me report on those, and you heard my commentary about them. I think that those studies were doomed to fail. And the second study with the omega-3s and the lutein and zeaxanthin was an afterthought. The study was designed to look at macular degeneration. It wasn't designed to look at cognitive functioning. They did it as an afterthought. You heard my reporting on it. You heard my commentary. what do you think and what do you have to say about those two studies?
Okay, so let's let the listeners in on the fact that you and I had a conversation before the radio show
Yeah,
started.
I called you and I told you what I was going to do on the show today. I wanted you to at least give you a polite heads up so you weren't taken completely by surprise.
Thank you always for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time that you had told me about this, and of course I was thinking about this and the perspective, and I agree with you about when you create a study, ideally you don't want to make it, well, okay, so if we go back to the psychological adage of we look for evidence to support our thoughts, those people that were taking fish oil supplements apprehensively will probably be convinced by such a study and go, see, I knew it really wasn't going to make a difference. But then those that know that there are so many more studies that have far more conclusive evidence that is the antithesis of this study that you just said today and its benefits, would then say, I knew that was just a BS study. It had no relevance. It was destined to fail. Look at the population. I mean, they might have, they already were dealing with people that were already suffering from dementia and a sedentary lifestyle, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
All that being said, there is something that you and I agree on wholeheartedly, which is preventative. Okay. Taking things preventatively, having interventions in our health at much earlier ages than so many of these studies are coming out with.
Okay, so we agree that prevention is a route to take. We can talk about that. Where you disagree with me is my my comment about that these studies were destined to fail because I don't think there's any evidence to support any hypothesis with that population of subjects who are 70 to 89 years of old. In one study, they were 70 to 89 years of age, and they were sedentary. And in the ARED study, it wasn't even designed to look at omega-3 fatty acids and cognitive function. It was, again, an afterthought. It was just they had collected the data and they thought, well, let's ask these people if they will take some cognitive tests. And it was just there were no theories. There was no theory. There was no empirical data to support what they were proposing. So I guess
I don't.
Where do you disagree with me?
I don't disagree with you in that. I agree with everything that you're saying.
Uh-huh.
I think that when you and I before the show had the conversation, we touched on it about the cardiologist that just didn't like to do interventional kinds of therapy. He referred his patients out.
Right.
And that's the part that I don't agree with, because we're doing interventional therapy at the first signs, even though we ideally would like it, hey, let's start taking care of our health in our 20s and 30s.
Right.
But there's certainly nothing wrong with having interventional therapy in our 50s.
No, I don't disagree with that either. Intervention is very important. This is the truth as I see it. It's not truth with a capital T. It's what I believe to be the truth. I don't know what truth with a capital T is. That's for an order far higher than I am. I'm just
That's a whole other show.
That's a whole other show, and I don't know who has that absolute truth. I do know this. We sometimes expect things to different therapies to do things that are unrealistic.
Right, our caller, Dave. I'm eating half a pound of peanut M&Ms. I can't expect.
No, it was 5 pounds. It was a 5-pound bag. He was exaggerating to make a point.
Exactly right, but at least he had the insight in himself.
Oh, David's very candid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I'm getting at. Sometimes dietary supplements are highly overrated. Some people maybe find that surprising that I would say that. Just like communication is highly overrated, because it becomes highly overrated when you ask and expect either dietary supplements or communication or anything to do something that's beyond its capability. Dietary supplements will not reverse dementia. I'm sorry. They won't. I don't know of any supplement that will do that. I don't know if there are pharmaceuticals that will do that either. So I use the metaphor of being halfway over Niagara Falls. There's a difference between being halfway over the falls and approaching the falls. You haven't gone over the falls yet. When you're halfway over the falls, you're going to do what? Fall. And there's not much you can do. You can intervene, you can try, but probably the outcome's not going to be good. That doesn't mean you give up. But it is to say, don't ask omega-3 fatty acids to reverse or stem the tide even of dementia. I don't think so.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose, corn syrup, or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin, omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad. Battling sinus, bronchial disorders, allergies, and other seasonal irritants can be a constant struggle, making this the season when you need Oreganol P73 the most, nature's most powerful natural remedy. Get the blast of wild nature you need with the only wild Mediterranean oregano extract, Oreganol P73 from North American Herb & Spice. After being tested, both the USDA and the FDA agree Oreganol P73 is powerful. North American Herb & Spice knows it's powerful as well and knows P73 is just what you need. When you take P73, you'll experience its cleansing power. You'll smell the fresh mountain-grown aroma and feel its effectiveness. The Greeks used wild oregano for their health, not just spice, and called it oreganos, the delight of the mountain. Oreganol P73 is 100% wild, hand-picked Mediterranean oregano. Do not accept cheap imitations made from farm-raised or non-oregano species. Use Oreganol P73 and stay healthy all year long. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing. Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
When you do produce and host a health talk show, you better be mindful of making claims and overstating positions that can't be met. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. What I'm getting at is this. I learned a long time ago, and I knew when I started this show 10 years ago, when we started it 10 years ago, that you must have support for whatever claims you're making. And you can't assert, overpromise, and then underdeliver. That'll be your demise. And it's been a practice on this show for 10 years to talk about things that work, to talk about things, therapies, whether they be supplementation or physical activity, sleep, whatever, that's supported by science or what we call traditional use data collected from different cultures over hundreds, if not thousands of years. You have to have some basis for making the claim. And I've always held that position. And that's the same approach I take with my own research and what I've done in the past and am currently involved in at the moment. You show me the data. And sometimes dietary supplements get overrated. And they get overrated when you expect them to do things they can't do. They will not reverse dementia. I have not seen any evidence for that, nor will omega-3 fatty acids. That being said, my guest is Dominique Ostrander. Dominique, in 2015, there was an article entitled Omega-3 Polyunsaturated Fatty Acids and Brain Aging. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me read to you what they said in this study. Human brain MRI studies have confirmed previous findings that omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids can protect the brain during aging. During aging. 2 intervention studies obtained clear evidence. We also analyzed the experimental data clarifying the involvement of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids in neurotransmission, neuroprotection, including prevention of peroxidation, inflammation, and excitotoxicity, and neurogenesis, thereby helping the brain cope with aging, close quote. That's a study they reviewed the literature, and that summary of recent findings is reasonable. Notice what they said, that these omega-3 fatty acids can protect the brain during aging. You know, that's like across a span, not picking up a population of people that are 70 to 89 years of age who are probably not in the best of health and are sedentary, and then giving them a supplement and saying, let the supplement do its work and improve their cognitive function or reverse dementia or whatever. That's nonsense. It's nonsense.
Completely.
That's my position. And until somebody can show me otherwise, I'm sticking with that. I'm going to stick with that story because it would be unethical for me to come on the air and tell people, take omega-3 fatty acids and you're, at any age, no matter what condition you're in, and everything's just going to be fine and supplement dandy. That's a lie, in my opinion, and I won't do it. So I'm just saying. But there is research, and I'm on PubMed right now as we speak, and there are more than a few studies to show that how omega-3s can contribute to cognitive functioning. But you have to look at those studies specifically and who they were looking at and what they were specifically trying to do. So even though I said that they can be highly overrated, have I confused the matter completely?
I don't think so.
Okay. You say you know where I'm coming from on this, right?
Oh, absolutely. You're talking about saying to the person miles before they approach Niagara Falls, hey, straight ahead is Niagara Falls.
Get ready. Prepare. You don't have to go over the falls. You don't have to go over them, right?
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. And prevention, that's a wonderful strategy. It's hard to do because it takes a lot of time, effort, and thought. But I agree with you. Intervention is also possible as well. And this review that I just mentioned, looked at intervention studies, and they said clear evidence that these omega-3s will help the brain age better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just one study. I'm here at PubMed, and I'm scrolling down as we speak, and I'm looking at long chain. Here's another study: long chain omega-3 fatty acids, optimization of cognitive performance. That was published in 2014. There's a lot of evidence to show that omega-3 fatty acids will help the brain, but reverse dementia, hell no. So I'm just saying. You have a nice omega-3 fatty acid product, fish oil product.
We do. My favorite, of course, is our phosphomega, which has not been as popular, but only because it's so ideal for those people that are sensitive, and it's a phospholipid form where other fish oils are either an ethyl ester or triglyceride form, and this particular form, the phospholipid form, is incredibly bioavailable, and this phosphomega from Jarrow doesn't have any stomach upset. It doesn't have any repeat, which is a big problem for a lot of people, or it deters them from taking fish oils altogether.
Now, in light of what I just said, I just came across another study published in 2014 entitled The Role for Dietary Omega-3 Fatty Acid Supplementation in Older Adults. I am quoting from the abstract. Quote, omega-3 fatty acids may have substantial benefits in reducing the risk of cognitive decline in older people. The available data encourage higher intakes of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids in the diet or via specific supplements. Notice they said high intake. High. Be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Now Foods, our products work. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
My guest is Dominique Ostrander, a wonderful educator from Jarrow Formulas. We're talking about what's reasonable, rational, and required to help with your cognitive functioning as you age and perhaps prevent some of these neuropsychiatric illnesses such as dementia. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. You have to be, as I said, reasonable, rational in this, and then look at what's required. What do you need to do? And once dementia takes a foothold, or any of these neuropsychiatric illnesses take a foothold, they're difficult at any point. But once they have a strong foothold, man, all you can try to do then, it seems to me, is try to maintain. Even the pharmaceutical companies haven't come up with anything to reverse or, like with Alzheimer's, actually stop it in its tracks. You can slow it down, perhaps moderate it somewhat. That's what's so insidious about these kinds of illnesses. Dominique, welcome back.
Thank you, Dr. Garko.
So I'm a fan of omega-3 fatty acids, and I found yet another study published in 2014, Omega-3 Fatty Acids and Cognition. I'll quote from the study. Quote, establishment of prevention and treatment of neuropsychiatric illnesses such as dementia is not easy. That's an understatement. But from numerous basic and epidemiological studies, increase of omega-3 fatty acid dietary intake is reported likely to prevent the onset of dementia. Mm-hmm. Notice they said to prevent the onset. So these supplements, these fatty acid supplements can serve a wonderful purpose, and they can even serve a purpose once people have dementia, maybe to help maintain at least what they have. But I haven't seen anything yet to say that would reverse it, and it's not reasonable or rational to expect it to do so, in my opinion. So I think I'm looking here on PubMed. There's one study after another looking at the neuroprotective properties of omega-3 fatty acids and cognitive functioning in the brain. I mean, there's an abundance of research to suggest it, right?
Oh, tremendous. And there has been for a while. This isn't anything new, I should say. And I'm not diminishing in any way what you're saying. I'm saying this has been a topic of conversation for a very long time. So these studies go back. They're recent. The more recent ones will only validate the studies that were done in the past. And then you have that study that you quoted earlier that just, again, that it was so skewed, in my opinion.
Yeah, and again, it was an afterthought. The original research looked at macular degeneration. I would never expect lutein or zeaxanthin to have any effect on dementia at all, or cognitive functioning. They'd be better off to take curcumin and lower inflammation levels throughout the body, especially in the brain. That would be an effective strategy, in my opinion. Don't you think? Mm-hmm. You have a curcumin.
Oh, yeah.
You have a curcumin product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the name of it?
Curcumin.
Boy, that took them all night to figure that one out. Were they up all night naming that product or what?
Yeah, exactly. We actually have a curcumin, and we have a curcumin phytosome.
What's that?
And
that one intrigues me.
It is. It's a little bit more bioavailable than the original form of curcumin. So for those, and again, the question that I always get is, well, why wouldn't I want to take that one? And I always use the analogy of ubiquinone and ubiquinol. So not everybody needs ubiquinol, and not everybody needs the phytosome form of curcumin.
I do.
If you're taking it and you're having that sort of, I'm going to intervene with my health early on, then regular curcumin is fine.
The phytosome, that phytosome it has a delivery system that allows the curcumin to get into the cell, right?
Correct. Exactly.
And that would be a wonderful strategy for people that are an advanced part of the life cycle. Keep the I've been saying this for 10 years on the show. Find every way you can to keep inflammation levels low, systemically speaking or locally. Do whatever you can. Fish oil, curcumin. I can go on and on. All the different herbs that will help with that till they're coming out of your ears. Take them. And that's a wonderful strategy. That will help protect your brain and other organ systems, in my opinion. So, and there's a lot of evidence and science to support that. I mean, curcumin with fish oil combination, that's a wonderful combination.
I would do curcumin, fish oil, and phosphatidylserine.
Good. Excellent. P.S. Take P.S. P.S. Take
I
P.S.
think it's a perfect cocktail as far as you're getting it from all angles.
And you have a P.S. product, right?
We do. Our P.S. is one of my favorites. Our phosphatidylserine, we have it in a couple different products. We have it as part of our Neuro Optimizer, which is a full brain supplement.
We're gonna get to that for sure.
And then our PS 100, which is just our straight up phosphatidylserine, and it's 100 milligrams in one capsule, so it's a significant dose.
Yeah, Jarrow Formulas doesn't chintz on the dosage.
Not at all.
Jarrow Rogovan is the CEO of that company, founder of the company. It's a real person. Jarrow is a real person. I know Jarrow very well. You know him even better than I do. He's your boss. He's a very passionate man. He's one of the most consumer-minded advocates that the dietary supplement industry has. I mean, when I tell you the guy's passionate, I mean, he's off the charts with it.
He founded the International Probiotic Association. He founded that. That was him.
I didn't realize that. He's always
people don't even realize what a pioneer and what an advocate he is for our industry. Not many people in the industry realize the impact that he's had.
I know. And he's always advocating. He's always taking on the FDA. He's not shy, man. He speaks up. Nobody intimidates him.
But causes with purpose.
Yeah.
I should say. It's not this sort of hypochondriac type of cause. That's not Jarrow. Jarrow, if he's up there, it's because this has a reason, this has a purpose, and he has a goal in mind.
And I'm a big fan of the fish oil. Here's yet another study. Long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids from genesis to senescence, meaning from beginning to end. The influence of these long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids on neurodevelopment, aging, and neurodegeneration. Wonderful study. Encouraging people to take these omega-3s and take Jarrow's, the great fish oil product. It'll do wonders for your brain. Lots of DHA, lots of DHA.
We're all busy, so busy that only 20% of us eat the recommended 5 fruits and vegetables a day. Only 10% of us really eat properly and exercise. No wonder that 1 in 3 American adults exhibit signs of cardiovascular disease. We know that we should eat right and exercise, but we just don't. This is where concentrated nutrition can help. Colas Optimizer from Jarrow Formulas is that concentrated nutrition designed to deliver important cardiovascular support. The sources are natural, and the combination of ingredients is based on clinical science. Jarrow Formula's Colas Optimizer combines clinically tested levels of sesame seed lignans, tocotrienols, and artichoke extract optimized with red yeast rice. It's designed to support cholesterol levels already in the normal range, as well as reduce the oxidation of LDL cholesterol. Ask for Colas Optimizer at your local health food store, or for more information, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best in cardiovascular formulas.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, here's the Friday edition of the LTN Health Question of the Day. As I said earlier, loss of cognitive function and development of dementia are really among the greatest concerns for healthcare professionals and for people in everyday life. And as the population around the world, and especially in the United States, continues to age, the prevalence of dementia the predictions are not good. It's predicted to increase substantially from an estimated 35.6 million in 2010 to 65 million in 2030. Here's the question. What's the prediction of dementia for 2050? What are they predicting the prevalence of dementia to be in 2050? 5 million, 15 million, or 115 million? Given the statistics I just gave a moment ago, you have a big clue as to the answer. What's the predicted prevalence of dementia for 2050, which is not all that far away? 5 million, 15 million, or 115 million people? That's a lot of people. Think about it. 877-897-8255. Yet another hint. We'd like you to win around here. 877-897-8255. Dominique, welcome back. Now,
thank you.
In thinking about this, those two studies I reported on looked at physical activity by itself, showed no benefit in improving dementia. The one researcher said maybe it helped maintain what level of cognitive functioning they had, but it didn't improve cognitive functioning, physical activity. The other study said fish oil provided no real benefit in improving cognitive function. Now, when you look at these things in isolation, the studies are problematic. If somebody already has dementia, that doesn't mean you throw in the towel. This is where your point earlier comes into play about intervention. Mm-hmm. I think that person should be encouraged, and somebody should help that person be more physically active. I think they need to eat a low inflammatory diet. I think they need to take supplements that will help decrease the inflammation. I think they need to be cognitively challenged and stimulated. You need to have a lot of social support. You need to do a lot of things for that person, and I think you can at least help the person maintain perhaps what they have for a longer period of time. What do you think?
Unequivocally. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't throw in the towel. And there are still things that you can do that you and I always talk about on the air, which is diet and lifestyle changes. And those changes, it's never too late to make those particular changes. Whether or not they have the impact that we would like them to have remains to be seen. We don't know, but it's certainly worth a try.
And then there are pharmaceuticals. I know that a lot of people don't like pharmaceuticals. I understand their reasoning. I get it. But you shouldn't throw out the baby with the pharmaceutical bathwater either. And I agree. And there may be a time when they may figure out there may be some pharmaceuticals, and they're making some progress with them, with dementia and Alzheimer's. And you consider that as well. Nutraceuticals, pharmaceuticals, diet, lifestyle, social support. You do a lot of different things all at once. So those studies should not discourage people from engaging in physical activity or from taking their fish oil or eating the fish. That's why those studies annoy me. They just annoy me. They lead people to make wrong conclusions, and that's why I wanted to focus on them today. But here's the health question. Please, you can get this, and I'll give you a big hint. Experts are predicting by 2030 there's going to be a substantial number of people with dementia in our country. What is it going to be? 5 million, 15 million, or 115 million? 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. Right answer, $25 supplement gift card. You have a terrific product called Neuro Optimizer, and that's exactly what it is. That's a fabulous product.
Right, that's what I call the big guns. If you're gonna pull out something, you pull out the big guns. The Neuro Optimizer, again, I would consider Neuro Optimizer more interventional as far as let's start taking it young. It's acetyl L-carnitine, L-glutamine, taurine, cognizin, which is acididine 5-diphosphocholine. That's what it means. That's the raw material in there. And then, of course, phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylserine, and alpha-lipoic acid. And mind you, this has 100 milligrams of PS in this formula.
Wow.
So it's not like we have 5 milligrams
Right.
in there. This is 100 milligrams. It's 120 milligrams of phosphatidylcholine. It's 500 milligrams of acetyl L-carnitine. So we're not talking small amounts. And so together, this is just a powerhouse for neurocognitive function.
Mm-hmm. How many people are predicted to have dementia in 2050? 5 million, 15 million, or 115 million by 2050? Speed dial me. You can still get this in. We're going into the music. We're headed out of here. But if you call and I'm off the air, as we go off the air and you get the right answer, we'll still award you the gift card. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Jarrow Formula's fish oil product is fantastic. Take their phosphatidylserine product and their Neuro Optimizer and their curcumin product, all would contribute to better brain and cognitive functioning, and it serve great prevention, and it would serve intervention as well, purposes. Those are terrific products. Thanks for taking your time out on a Friday to tune into the show. And Dominique, thank you for coming by on a Friday to talk with us and help make these points about what's reasonable, what's rational, and what's required to maintain our cognitive functioning as we age, right?
Thank you, Dr. Gargo. Yes, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you and to all of your boys in the studio with you.
Yeah. I just want to say that 2 years ago today, my mom passed away, and yesterday I had a dream about her and my dad. Just, it was remarkable. So I remember my mom today, and I always remember my mom.